Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is quite the scene. We are en route to another leg day, and this one's going to be an interesting one because we have an appointment at 4:50 and it is 3:43 right now, and on top of that our ETA is about 4:10. So man, this is going to be the fastest leg day on the planet. Like we got to get this whole thing in. I'd say, just to be safe, like 25-30 minutes. That's the extent of our leg day today. And it's a little heartbreaking because legs are definitely something that I need to bring up. But I think if we just focus on quality over quantity, we'll be good. And I think I've said this in previous videos, but I almost was obsessed with getting my entire workout done. But I mean, at the end of the day, what are we doing this for? I mean, my whole goal with this is to create a walking work of art, make sure that all the proportions are proportioning. Obviously we'll keep the conditioning throughout this off season, to a good standard. I want to say like 15% body fat is like the highest that I want to go. Ideally, I'd be sitting at around 12 year round, just for the off season. Obviously, prep is something way different, but that's a good goal in my opinion. So I think for today's leg day, we're gonna pick out, obviously the goal is to get the workout done, but we also want to prioritize the muscle groups that need to grow. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do those exercises first, where, like, for instance, I really need to bring up my quads for sure. I would say hamstrings are towards the top, but man, I actually didn't put a lot of thought into this. So I would say, honestly, it's shows are won from the back. So if I can really bring up my hamstrings, I think that would do the trick. As far as my progression has been going, just as far as my off-season growth, man, I think hamstrings are lagging just a little bit behind quads. Now, I want to say it'd be hamstrings and inner thighs. Those are like the two that I really need to bring up. Quads for sure need to bring them up, but I'd say they're just a smidge further along than my hamstrings or my inner thighs. So we'll definitely hammer out hamstrings, definitely hammer out inner thighs. Calves, my calves they're good. I'm not saying they're great, but they're decently proportioned to the rest of my physique. So I think we could get away with just hammering out my hamstrings, inner thighs, and then we could actually even do calves on another day. But as far as today, just doing hamstrings and inner thighs, you can't really hit legs on another day unless, we're doing 2 leg days a week, but it's not like calves where you can just throw it in on a chest day or throw it in on a back day. You got to be hitting it on those leg days because you want to make sure that, obviously it's spaced out well enough to where you're not super sore going into another leg day. But that being said, quality over quantity. I definitely don't want to prioritize, I just got to get this whole workout in, because theoretically it makes sense. You want to get the entire workout in to make as good of gains as possible. But at the end of the day, like, it's all contextual. Like right now, I'm on a very short time frame. I can't lollygag in there. So I think if we just create a hierarchy of what we need to hit first, we'll be good. We will be good to go. Yeah, not much else to add to that. It's just going to be hitting a whole lot of legs and dealing with my hamstrings and my inner thighs first. That's pretty much it. But other than that, I had a sweet Transcendental Meditation earlier today. Like I said, it just gets more and more fun. Like every time that I do it, it's funny. There's this one song that kind of plays in my head because the mantra kind of reminds me of that. It's so whenever I inhale, I repeat the mantra Shaamaaya, Shaamaaya, and I got to look up the exact meaning, but I'm pretty sure it's a Sanskrit term that means something like it's like peace, tranquility, along those lines. But anyways, whenever I go Shaamaaya, it reminds me of that song All My Life. So I don't know. that's just, it just makes it a little more fun. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's just kind of, I'm weird like that, so it makes sense. At least to me. I don't know. It's one of those things. But that being said, the exhale doesn't really have anything. Like the exhale with the mantra, it's Virei Om. I mean, I can't really think of anything branching out from that. Like it doesn't really go well with any song. I mean, it's just kind of a thing of its own. But I don't know. The whole mantra is just fun because I kind of went off on this little ponderance. I don't know. I was just ruminating a little bit in between the mantras in the middle of the meditation today, and it was pretty funny because I have, oh man, what was I gonna, yeah, so I was kind of reminded that since these mantras are so personalized to me and my goals, that it's almost like every time I repeat them, it's like I'm getting closer and closer to my goals. And it's really cool because it's not like I need to consciously think, all right, here are my goals, here's what I need to do, because I think that's where a lot of people go wrong, where they overthink and they think like, well, I need to figure it all out right now. I need to have a plan, and since I'm just sitting down right now, I need to think it all out and whatever else. So I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. I mean, it's not so much about the thinking that goes into it. It's more so just knowing that you are achieving your goals as you are thinking them. Like it's not only that, but it's also practicing being in alignment with them. And that's where I think these meditations really help, because it helps you not overthink, but then also it reassures you, I am achieving my goals. And then when you get into other scenarios, like you're working, you're training, doing whatever else, that's when you already believe you're achieving your goals, and then at the same time you see opportunities in the midst of those situations. So like, what's a good example? When yeah, I mean, it's weird. Like things just happen. Like yesterday I was training and I was leaving, and then my boss showed up at the gym, and he, asked me to help, asked me to do all these things, and then out of nowhere, somebody just hit me up on TikTok, and we started messaging, and turns out we're starting to work together now. So it's just kind of weird how that happens, where like indirectly I didn't know that helping somebody else out would also help me. And I think if I wasn't, calm enough or just kind of in the right headspace, I probably would have still helped him out, but I don't know if it would have been as fluid and peaceful, because I was already in that headspace of, everything's already working out. And so it's not, obviously, there are limitations. Like you can't just say, I'm going to achieve that, or like I'm achieving this right now. And that you like, but there is a doorway that kind of opens when you have like that belief, like I'm achieving this right now. Then you could see an opportunity in that situation, like, okay, cool, this would actually work out really, really well in terms of my goals. And so it's almost like you're like a goal detecting radar. Like I've talked about this in previous videos, where you just kind of you pay more attention to whatever your goals are. And so that being said, I think a lot of what helps me achieve my goals is staying with these meditations. I mean, because one, I don't overthink, and then two, I'm already putting myself into that headspace. I'm achieving this goal. And so it's almost like you don't worry about achieving your goals, and then at the same time you get to see opportunities as they arise in real time. So I just thought that was pretty cool. But anyways, I'm going to a Planet Fitness today, and I gotta be honest, I know the general direction from here, but I'm not 100% sure on where to go. So I'm gonna, end this intro to the vlog right now, just so I can turn on maps and actually know where I'm going. So that being said, I'll see y'all for this very brief leg day. All right, starting off almost as requested, we have a little bit of inner thighs, a little bit of hamstrings, pretty much exactly what I needed to hit, or at least needed to prioritize in this, since it's on the briefer side when it comes to workouts. But that being said, ask and ye shall receive. And I gotta say, this inner thigh machine is probably one of the deepest stretches I've ever had, so solid. Maybe we can go a little heavier. Alright, we'll go for lighting squeezing sets now.